Tonight on Q2, a report card is out for School District 2.
They might not be meeting proficiency and where we would like them to be as far as proficiency, but they are meeting growth, and we are seeing substantial growth.
District leaders see improvement with reading and math scores, but not all grades are up to par. We'll break it down. Plus, bracing for the cold, dangerously frigid temperatures are on the way as many still deal with the aftermath of last week's massive snowfall.
If you're going too fast and you're on ice, bad things are going to happen.
And making it her calling card.
It is really morally and ethically a huge issue for Billings.
A Billings woman, once homeless herself, is now helping that population in Billings by providing services most of us take for granted. The MTN 530 News starts right now.
From Montana's news leader, this is the MTN 530 News.
Well, good evening, and thanks for starting your week with us. I'm Russ Riesinger. The results are in from Billings School District 2's winter test scores, and one new program, Kinder Ready, is already proving to be a big success. But overall, as our David J. reports, when it comes to reading and math proficiency scores, parents and district leaders say they've seen progress, but there's still room for improvement.
Some of the test scores are down at schools such as Newman Elementary. We talked with some of the parents who aren't overly concerned because they say the teachers are doing what they can to help the students improve in reading and math.
It's not exactly the report card you want to see. Just 37% of all students at Newman Elementary are proficient in reading, down from 43% in 2023, and only 45% are proficient in math.
I'm real good at math, but reading is yeah.
A trend that both this school and the district are working to change.
It's been going real good with my teacher and with math.
Extra reading class and extra math class.
I don't think they consider what happened when COVID happened, so I think everybody's a little bit behind.
School District 2 Superintendent Dr. Erwin Garcia has been focused on Title I schools like this one, knowing proficiency levels in reading and math are big concerns and not just here. Title I schools like Orchard and Ponderosa also have seen proficiency numbers decline or remain stagnant, with both schools showing levels below 50%.
When we're looking at proficiency, we are trying to make sure that all students are receiving what we call Tier 1 instruction.
Kyra Gaskell is the Executive Director of Elementary Education for School District 2 and helped present the results at the Performance Committee meeting. She says the district is already working on improving math and reading.
Look at each individual student and then make a plan for them, goal set for what that student needs, and then move forward with that plan.
Parents have seen that extra instruction at Newman.
The teachers work with them, the principal works with them, and I'm liking it.
The teachers here do a great job of communicating with the parents of things that they have going on and things that they are doing to try and improve everything.
The district is also looking at its Kinder Ready program as a way to try and turn around the scores. The program created last fall is centered on pre-K students, and early signs show it's working. Reading proficiency is up nearly 20% overall at the 3 Title I schools that are part of the program, with Bench Elementary School seeing the most dramatic improvement. In the fall of 2024, just 16% of incoming kindergartners were proficient in reading. Compare that to 56% today.
We're seeing some tremendous growth in the early literacy skills, which is the focus.
In Billings, David J., MTN News.
Well, like it or not, here it comes. Bitter cold with wind chills that will feel like 40 below are headed our way in a matter of hours. This as much of the region continues to dig out from last week's blast of winter weather, which caused all kinds of headaches on Montana highways. Take a look here. These are some pictures from Hansers Towing showing just how busy their last 7 days were, with crews called out to more than 200 accidents across the area. From overturned semis to trucks in icy rivers, the Hansers team called the work unimaginable. They say they saw their largest number of calls Friday, nearly 140, when the area was hammered with up to 8 inches of snow, resulting in several interstate closures.
There's times, in that storm last week, Friday night into Saturday, there was just so much snow, and once that starts, especially like in the Big Timber area, Livingston area, they have to close it. Plows can't keep up. There's we probably had 15 or 20 semis that were in the ditch or jackknifed in the ditch.
Law enforcement was also very busy, with Billings police responding to 138 crashes between last Monday and today. And in Park County, Rural Fire District 1 says they spent 45 hours responding to 27 different calls, as well as 2 rescues and 2 requests to help close Interstate 90. But now the focus turns to round 2, which includes bone-chilling temperatures and some dangerous wind chills well below zero. With more on what to expect, here's Chief Meteorologist Ed McIntosh.
This is where the cold is going to settle in all across Montana. Extreme cold warnings into effect in the dark blue shaded areas, where wind chill values by tomorrow morning could be 40, 50 below in the extreme and 25, 35 below in the southern portions of the state and over in western Montana, including Billings and Yellowstone County. So be looking out for what we call the 3 Ps. Your pets, make sure they have a warm, comfortable place and keep that water from being able to freeze there. Your pipes, if there's any exposed pipes, make sure they get wrapped. Maybe even open the cabinets to allow a little air in and create a water drip to keep the freezing from going on. And dress in layers and get ready for some cold temperatures. Details coming up.
Despite the extreme cold, Billings School District 2 is planning to operate schools as scheduled this week. They do warn that buses may experience delays, so they ask that parents bundle their kids up for the weather and wait with them at the bus stop if possible. School District 2 does say they have a bus tracking app called Stop Finder, where you can monitor the location of the school buses. Meanwhile, in Lame Deer, the public schools will go to remote learning through Wednesday. Well, cold temperatures like we're expecting can be dangerous for anyone, but especially so for those who are homeless. It's a reality that tonight's Super Senior sees firsthand, and one reason Catherine Card is devoted to doing what she can to make life a little easier for our city's unhoused population.
Super Seniors is sponsored by Master Lube.
On this cold winter morning, with the temperature hovering around zero, Catherine Card is heading out to pick up some of those who, for whatever reasons, have found themselves without a home.
It is really morally and ethically a huge issue for Billings.
Their destination is Bethlehem Lutheran Church, where they'll head inside for something that most of us simply take for granted.
It's been about 3-4 weeks since I've really had a hot shower.
Catherine heads up a collaborative effort of volunteers who provide showers for the unsheltered.
In 2024, we gave 1,585 showers, 1,585 showers out on these 2 days a week.
It's a program helping fulfill a real need in the community.
Felt like it's been a while since I've had a good hot shower like that, and it's very much a blessing.
And I do appreciate what they're doing, allowing us to come take showers. It's very important because I don't like being smelled. And I like to stay halfway presentable just in case if a job opens up, a clean body is a best body.
This former nuclear physicist and retired pastor knows a thing or two herself about what it's like to be out on the streets.
Well, I was homeless. I ended up as a young person unhoused in Portland, Oregon, and really trying to survive through that. And I've always, since that experience, always been concerned about people that don't have housing or shelter.
I think that Catherine has that heart to know how she can help in a capacity that she can help right now, but also knows that she can get the word out to get other people in the community involved.
A tireless advocate for helping the unhoused and changing perceptions about them.
They're just like me. They have abilities, they have histories that may be tragic, and there's so much more to every single one of them than what we assume when we just see folks sitting out on the sidewalk.
Well, Catherine is one of many making a difference in our community. Remember, if you'd like to nominate someone for this segment, you can do so by visiting ktvq.com and clicking on the Super Seniors tab. It's right there at the top of our website. A bill that would require transgender people in Montana to use the bathroom that aligns with their sex at birth has cleared one of its last legislative hurdles before going to the governor. MTN senior political reporter Jonathan Ambarian was in the Senate for today's vote.
During a debate on the Senate floor Monday, supporters of House Bill 121 called it a common-sense measure, but opponents warned of unintended consequences. The Senate endorsed HB 121 32-18, with all Republicans in support and all Democrats in opposition. The bill would require schools, correctional facilities, other public buildings, and domestic violence shelters to designate bathrooms, changing rooms, and sleeping areas for either men or women based on biological sex, and to take reasonable steps to keep the opposite sex out. Someone would then be able to sue if they felt a facility had failed to take those steps. The bill wouldn't apply to rooms that only one person can use at a time. Republicans argued it was intended to protect single-sex spaces, especially for women, and to address concerns about harassment.
It reinforces protections for women and children and outlines specific spaces for their privacy and well-being. And it's about clarity.
But Democrats said transgender people aren't a threat, and that creating this mandate without giving time to get in compliance could force some shelters to close.
I don't know why we wouldn't say, hold on guys, let's give ourselves a second, right? Let's not harm vulnerable individuals who are in shelters or who are homeless in the middle of Montana winter.
Supporters of the bill said concerns about shelter closures were red herrings. Once HB 121 passes a final vote in the Senate, it will be on its way to Governor Greg Gianforte's desk. In Helena, Jonathan Ambarian, MTN News.